We're going to get started. So thank you and welcome to everyone. My name is Tony Bauer, and I am the Donor Engagement Specialist with Explore the Trades. We're thrilled to have you all join us for today's webinar on inventory management in the skilled trades. So whether you are a home service contractor looking to streamline inventory operations, or an educator preparing students for high demand careers, today's session will give you valuable insights into how businesses can manage inventory through innovation and the use of technology. As we move through today's topics, we invite you to make notes of your questions, and we'll be sure to answer them at the end of the presentation. And please note that you may also share your questions in the chat feature, and we'll be happy to answer them during the Q&A portion at the end of the webinar. So before we introduce the main event, I just love to first give you an overview of Explore the Trades and its programs. So Explore the Trades is a 501c3 nonprofit organization founded in 2005 by a group of home service contractors as a way to give back and bring the trades to the next generation. The organization is dedicated to fulfilling its mission to bridge the technical talent gap to the service trades of plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical. As a nonprofit, all donations received by Explore the Trades are put directly into the following programs for the purpose of building the next generation of tradespeople. We do this through several programs that provide educational skilled trades classroom resources to educators, students, parents, and even contractors across the country. So the first classroom resource is our Career Path poster kits. These posters are free to request and help illustrate careers in the plumbing, HVAC, and electrical trades, as well as customer experience. You can see the image here of the HVAC technician poster included in the kit. To date, we have sent over 3,500 poster kits to over 2,500 locations across the country. And with a presence in almost 16% of U.S. public school districts, we estimate that over 750,000 students have been impacted by this tool. So because of the smashing success of our Career Path posters, Explore the Trades is excited to announce 2 new additions to our Skilled Trades poster collection. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, the percentage of the K through 12 Hispanic student population has increased from 24 to 29% over the last decade. So with that growing number of Spanish-speaking students, Explore the Trades recognized a great opportunity to ensure that more students have information about the skilled trades. Shown on the slide is the Spanish translated HVAC technician career path poster. So in addition to that Spanish kit to prepare future generations to step in and replace retiring technicians, Explore the Trades also created illustrations for ages 5 through 11. And these showcase how skilled tradespeople keep our lights on, our water clean, and our homes comfortable. This resource is meant to provide early exposure to the trades through visually appealing, elementary-friendly content, to ideally spark curiosity and create a positive perception of these careers. So if you are interested in requesting any of our 3 poster kit versions, please visit our website. Next, we have our Skills Lab program. This was created in 2021 in partnership with Ferguson, a national plumbing and HVAC distributor. And the goal of this program is to introduce middle and high school students to hands-on plumbing and HVAC skills training. This is an equipment grant program to support creating or refurbishing training spaces in schools across the country. Since 2001, 25 schools have been awarded equipment grants, and over 2,100 students have begun their trades education through the program. We are also really grateful to welcome another industry partner to the Skills Lab program. To complement the equipment grants, SkillCat joined the program in 2024, and they will provide grant recipient schools with licenses to their platform to enhance students' technical learning. We're very excited to have applications open for the 4th year to continue bringing the skilled trades into classrooms around the country. New this year, in addition to plumbing and HVAC, equipment grant support is now also available for electrical programs. Please note that applications for the program will be accepted until the end of this month, so March 31st, 2025. So that's a bit about our programs. I just want to say Explore the Trades is so committed to building relationships with educators as well as service contractors and industry vendors, with the goal to bring the skilled trades conversation back into classrooms. So, in the spirit of connecting education and industry, Explore the Trades is very proud to partner with HD Supply, an industry leader in providing solutions that support the skilled trades industry. We are very excited to introduce our guest speaker, Jason Adkins. And Jason will share how home service contractors can leverage HD supply solutions to streamline inventory, cut costs, and improve efficiency. He will also touch on how educators can introduce students to these tools used in real-world applications. Welcome, Jason, and thank you for being here today.
No problem. I'm glad to join the group, and so I appreciate the invite and excited to give you a little bit of a peek under the hood about what HD Supply does and how we are partnering with the trades community. And so a little bit about myself first. This is not on the slide, but one thing that I wanted to definitely add is education near and dear to my heart. My wife is a public school teacher. This is her 24th year in the classroom. And so she is a high school teacher, teaches the CTE classes. So a lot of the career and technical education, computer classes is her gig, and that is what she does every single day. And so this is awesome to be able to connect not only with industry and customers and vendors, but then obviously with educators too. And so I welcome the opportunity. A little bit about me. I have been in industrial distribution for my entire career. I lead what we call internally at HD Supply our inventory solutions team. And so I'll talk a little bit about what we do on a day-to-day basis. But I've spent 21 years here at HD Supply. This is my 22nd year, and 18 of those years was in our trades vertical. And so very familiar with working with and partnering with plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, residential service, repair, and install contractors across the country over those 18 years, and now get to support them in a little bit different way with inventory solutions. A shameless plug about my college. And so I'm an alumni of Florida State University in Tallahassee, Florida, a huge Florida State athletics fan. And I'll be getting to move my daughter there here in August. She'll be attending FSU. Next slide. A little bit about HD Supply. And so we are a wholly owned subsidiary of Home Depot. And so if you think about Home Depot, there is two ways that they go to market. The Home Depot stores that you're familiar with and that you probably visit on a regular basis. And then us on the HD Supply side. And so we are the wholesale side of the Home Depot business, and we go to market under the HD Supply brand. And so 12,000 associates across the country. We are headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia, and we serve customers in 6 primary verticals: multifamily, industrial, hospitality, trades, as I had mentioned, what we call public sector or government, and healthcare. And so we deal with and support customers in all 6 of those verticals. A little bit about product. I won't spend a whole lot of time here. As you saw on the previous slide, we carry about 100,000 plus products in our distribution network and in our catalog, either print catalog or online. And so the majority of those products are what we call MRO products around plumbing, electrical, HVAC, appliances, tools, and other maintenance, repair, and operating products. And across that product line, we have national branded items as well as exclusive or private brand product that can only be purchased from Home Depot or HD Supply. Next slide. So near and dear to our heart are these two kind of fundamental things that we use every single day. And so you'll see these at the Home Depot as well as the HD Supply. The left side is what we call our values wheel, and the right side is what we call our inverted pyramid. And so we use the values wheel really to guide how we make decisions. Tony talked a little bit about giving back. And so you can see that as one of the wedges on our values wheel, but we kind of use that as a lens to make all of our decisions by. And then the right side, inverted pyramid. This assures that we're putting customers and our frontline associates first and taking a customer back approach. And so two foundational large culture things that we implement every day at Home Depot and HD Supply. Next slide. And so a couple of agenda or topic items that we want to cover today. I'll touch on what we describe and what we use as our technology solutions. I'll also talk a little bit about what we call our organized shop and our on-site service solutions. I'll try to bring all of that content together really with one last slide and say from an educator perspective, these are the topics or the things to talk to the students about that are applicable to the HD Supply business. And then as Tony said, we'll happily take some questions and then obviously wrap up. Next slide. All right, a little bit about what my team does as Inventory Solutions. And so you can see our mission statement there, but really at the foundation, at the core of what we are doing with our customers is solving their need to organize, manage, and replenish inventory. So a trades contractor, really, really good at turning wrenches, marketing, and growing their business. Typically, they're not fantastic at managing inventory. And so that is where we partner with a trades contractor to help make sure they have the product they need, where they need it, and let them focus on the other pieces of their business. Next slide. So real world pictures here. And so as we talk to trades contractors, this is where we start to identify how Inventory Solutions can help a trades contractor. And so I've seen too many shops that look like the left. And so you walk into a shop and there's stuff all over the place. It's kind of a disaster. That's obviously a good sign that we can jump in and help that contractor. They might be moving into a new space, a new branch, an expansion, et cetera. We can help design and lay out that space. They might not really know what they need or what they use for supplies. And so we can help there with visibility and analytics. Or we might be partnering with a contractor that has started to do it on their own. They've grown and gotten to a point where, again, it's not really a priority for them. And so then we can step in, obviously, and help them with that inventory management. Next slide. And so the next few slides, I'll touch again high level on our solutions. And so the first one is within or under what we call our technology solutions umbrella. And so if you think about an application that you all load onto your smartphone, your device today. That is what this is. And so we have a app that can be downloaded onto any device that helps a customer manage their inventory real time, gives them the ability to scan in and receive inventory, scan out as they use it. Each item has min-max levels. We provide on-site training and then after implementation support. And the other cool thing about this application is it's not just limited to HD Supply product. And so if they're buying product from another wholesaler, another supplier, they can also manage those items through this application. And so this gets a contractor or a customer who maybe was managing inventory by pad and paper or by an Excel spreadsheet, kind of takes that next step and gets them into a technology application that can truly manage the inventory for them. And so a lot of this is done obviously in the system behind the scenes. And so a decent amount of on-site training and then after implementation support is provided my team whenever we implement this type of solution. Next slide. What are we trying to address? And so see, these are some of the customer challenges that this application can address. And so lack of visibility. And so this helps them address overstocks as well as shortages, increased costs. So they don't know what they're paying. Maybe they're paying different prices from different suppliers and vendors. This can help streamline and organize that. They don't know what they have, or they're going to pick it up from multiple suppliers. That all results in wasted or inefficient time. And so this can help address that challenge. And then, of course, visibility or tracking. And so this gives them real-time visibility at the stocking location for what product they have on hand and when they need to replenish or reorder those products. Next slide. Our next technology solution is what we call My Asset Manager. And so if you think about a property or a industrial facility, there is a lot of what are kind of classified as assets on those sites. And so this tool allows a customer to track and keep track of all of what they determine as their assets. And so these could be refrigerators, HVAC units, water heaters, anything that's a big ticket item that may be serialized and they need to track warranty information or serial numbers or just a view of all of their assets. That is what My Asset Manager does for them. Next slide. And so just like our inventory management application that I described earlier, what problems are we trying to address here with My Asset Manager? And so inefficient asset maintenance processes. So they don't know what assets are maybe coming close to end of life or what assets need to be warranty repaired. This tool allows them to see that visibility. Obviously stops the flying blind kind of thing that they might be doing today. And so they can use this to prepare capital projects or capital budgeting, especially whenever they're talking about CapEx projections and the need to replace large ticket items at a large scale throughout a fiscal year. Next slide. Organized shop. And so as we kind of get out of the technology piece of what we do, there is a lot of physical organization and management that comes along with inventory solutions as well. And so really two key components that dictate how we help a customer organizing their shop. And so what's available space do they have? And then what inventory assortment are we as HD Supply helping them to manage? And so as we get that information from our customer, we then design an organized shop to help them manage that inventory. And so ideal customers, obviously, that fit into this organized shop opportunity, they have a stock room and a storeroom area. It may be unorganized today. They obviously are willing to adopt and buy HD Supply products. And then ideally, we try to encourage them to use our application or our technology solution that I just talked about to manage that inventory. But this, again, technology option, but now physically getting into a customer's location and helping them design, lay out, and implement an organized shop. Next slide. On-site service, or what we call internally as vendor managed inventory. And so this is our premium solution. And so this is where we really attempt to take a customer out of the supply chain end of their business. And so some really good kind of design and then after implementation pictures on this slide. This is what one of our on-site service locations look like. And so we staff these locations with a full-time HD Supply associate. So HD Supply is on site at these customers' locations 40 hours plus a week. We install infrastructure, and so that includes racking, bins, labels, product, computer systems, counters, cages. And so again, we are creating a branch, creating a warehouse inside of a customer's facility to really take them out of the supply chain end of their business. Only responsibility for the customer is to provide us secure space. And so once we have secure space and once we say, yes, this is the right partnership opportunity for the customer and for HD Supply, we start to implement. This really fits with the larger contractors. And so if you look at large 30, 40 truck plus operations across the country that are doing plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, this is where this solution makes the most sense. All right, next slide. And so bringing it all back together, I gave you an overview of HD Supply, an overview of what we do as far as inventory solutions. And so if you're an educator and you're thinking about what are the real world skills that my team has throughout our inventory solutions team and uses every single day, these are some of those. And so whenever you think about designing an organized shop, we use SketchUp or graphic design on a daily basis to help us do that. We're implementing projects, and so we're using project management, whether that's through a project management application like QuickBase or Microsoft Planning. We use project management applications every single day. A lot of what we do has kind of a back end in e-commerce, e-procurement, and then a lot of computer science. And so those are skill sets that that obviously our students could take to HD Supply. And then a lot of what we do is based on data, planning, and analytics. And so what product is turning? What product do we need to have on hand? How much of that product? When do we replenish it? All of that is driven by data and analytics. And then, of course, we want to make sound financial decisions. And so we look at everything as a profit center. And so where are we making money? Where is it the right financial model, not only for the customer, but for HD Supply? And then a lot of new stuff, obviously, with developments in AI, machine learning, and then, your traditional coding. We are starting to take advantage of AI applications to help predict inventory, cross-reference inventory, build replenishment models through machine learning, and then help make sure that we have the product on hand when the customer obviously needs it. And so you think about us as a wholesale distributor and we're selling a lot of product. Sometimes you don't think about all of these other things that really are done behind the scenes to make sure, again, that we have the right product at the right time to help our customers focus on their business. And I think that might be my last slide. It is.
It is. Thank you so much, Jason.
No problem.
So, of course, Jason touched on how educators can introduce students to these tools, but I would love to touch on why we should. As he sort of highlighted, the trades are high tech. Today's skilled trades rely on digital tools from inventory management to diagnostic software used by technicians in the field and so on. Automation and smart technology are, of course, transforming the industry. And ultimately, this can help students to be prepared to manage technology in the workplace. And so let's touch a little bit more on inventory management as an example. There's a really positive impact when students are introduced to these types of skills. It's a great opportunity to learn valuable transferable skills. Beyond those technical skills, students can gain business acumen by learning how technology helps manage companies, especially if students have that entrepreneurial spirit or interest in owning a business one day. And these skills are also highly transferable to real-world jobs. So why does this matter for educators? These types of tools in the classroom can support hands-on learning. Integrating technology into the classroom where possible makes lessons, of course, more engaging for today's students. Career readiness. So students have an opportunity to gain practical skills that will translate again directly to real-world jobs. And of course, industry alignment. Exposure to tools like this can prepare students for modern trades careers and keeps education relevant to support current workforce needs. So, yeah, bottom line, educators, you can play a really crucial role in equipping students with knowledge and tools that they can use to succeed at different levels of the skilled trades industry. And then lastly, I'd just like to wrap up a little bit and touch on how education and workforce development are critical to the future of the skilled trades industry. First, I think we need to acknowledge the challenges that it faces. The industry faces a growing labor shortage. Retirements are outpacing new workers entering these fields. And about 1.65 million jobs are expected to become available in the plumbing, HVAC, and electrical trades over the next 10 years. In addition to that, another challenge, of course, that the skilled trades face is misconceptions. The trades are dirty jobs. They are a last resort, or they are for those who are not college material. I think there's also a myth that there's, not really any career advancement or it's not fulfilling. And I'd like to highlight three ways that we can combat these challenges that the industry faces. The first is, of course, early exposure. Introducing students to the skilled trades in middle and high school encourages that early career exploration and creates a positive perception and interest early on. And as I mentioned, Explore the Trades has great classroom resources to support educators and school counselors in this endeavor. Next is promoting training programs. Apprenticeships are a great time-tested training system where you can earn while you learn. There are vocational schools and certifications that can all provide hands-on experience for these career pathways. And they tend to be a lot less expensive than the four-year college path. As a note, Explore the Trades is here to support you in this. We have a national apprenticeship map on our website and a link to a trade school finder. This can be a really good place to get started. Another part of the solution is industry collaboration. Partnerships between schools and businesses are so important and they help align training with the real world needs. Educators, feel free to reach out to our team to make connections with home service companies and industry vendors. Our team is always happy to help. And I will say for contractors as well, please also feel free to connect with our team with any questions or how you can engage local schools in your area to support your technical talent pipeline. So, what's the ideal impact of taking some of these steps? Ideally, collaboration will strengthen the workforce pipeline and ensure a sustainable future for the trades. We will create high-paying, stable, rewarding careers for students who may not wish to pursue that traditional college path. And lastly, supporting communities and local economies by filling critical, high-demand roles in the plumbing, HVAC, and electrical trades. So that brings us to the Q&A portion of our webinar. What questions do you all have about today's content? Feel free to put it in that Q&A and then we can read that aloud. Or feel free to unmute or raise your hand and unmute and ask your question.
Yeah, so Tony and Jason, I've just been monitoring the chat, and it looks like a couple of the questions have been answered, but it might be helpful just to repeat them for the rest of the people on the call. First one is for Tony, because it's related to Explore the Trades. If anyone's interested in learning more about our resources or any of the information that Explore the Trades has, where's a good place for them to go?
Yes, please check out our website. I have put the answer. Is that something everyone can see, Maddie? Yeah, I did put a link in there. That is the direct link if you would like to request any of our poster kits.
Perfect. Thank you. And second question, Jason, I know you kind of answered it in the chat as well. But someone was just asking, if you're kind of perhaps a smaller size company, so a 30 truck company versus say a 10 truck company, what are some of the offerings that HD Supply has?
Yeah, and so just kind of to put that into reference, we service and support about 3,000 customers with an inventory solution. A very small percentage of those have the on-site service solution, and so the majority of what we do is support the smaller and medium-sized trades contractors. And so, as I had mentioned, we absolutely would love the opportunity to think about, does technology solutions or an application, an inventory management application make sense, for you and your business? Do you need help in organizing the shop, whether that's bins and labels or a redesign or a layout? And so those are options that we can look at. I think another part of the question was, kind of on the bins and labels side. And so bins, labels, barcoded labels with descriptions, those are all part of what we do.
That's great. Those are all the questions that we have in the chat right now. Jason or Tony, is there anything else that you want to add, or obviously any of the other attendees, if you have any other questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. But for right now, those are the questions we have.
It also looks like I'm seeing a couple more. Do you barcode the trucks?
And so barcode labeling is something that we absolutely can do, either the truck or the warehouse or a shop. And so barcode labels can be used in all the above, so we can help facilitate that.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then someone else just asked, I assume someone will contact me by email or cell phone. Yes, absolutely. We'll be following up with each of you. via email, and we will also include the recording of this webinar and all of our contact information as well. We have one more question. It says, do you track tools? Jason,
So
that one's for
really,
you.
really good question. If you remember back in the presentation under our technology options, whenever I talked about my asset manager, and so the my asset management tool can track tools, and so it doesn't have to be appliances or HVAC units. It can be really anything that that you label as an asset. You can use that application and that tool to track tools.
Perfect. All right. I think that has addressed all of the questions I'm seeing in the chat so far. We do have a couple more minutes. If there's any that come up, great. If not, no problem. Like I said, we will be following up with each of you with our contact information and a recording of this webinar. But yeah, if there's no other questions, I say we can wrap it up. Jason, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your expertise today.
Absolutely. I appreciate the opportunity. Again, if there's anything else that I can answer or do to support, please let me know. You'll obviously get a recording of the presentation today, and you can see on the screen my general email address that comes straight to the inventory solutions team. And so if anybody has any inventory solutions, Home Depot or HD Supply related questions, feel free to shoot those over.
Love it. And I'll follow up with this information as well when I email everybody, but I just want to go to the next slide in case anyone needs Explore the Trades contact information as well. So yeah, thank you to everyone who joined us today. I hope you all have a great rest of your day.
All right.
Thanks so
Thanks,
much.
everybody.
Thanks, Jason.